It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Jayden Reed. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Packers and the Bears, and it's all up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. Off we go from Soldier Field. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's gotten enough. They convert on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Swift. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he's into the end zone. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. This one up top for Dobbs. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 5. Dobbs headed in motion. We'll go play action with Love. This one is caught by Reed. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Green Bay first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Back to throw is Love. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. From the gun, it's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's going to be caught. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. He's going to have a Bears first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Pass is caught. It's Tyler Scott. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. One quarter in the books. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. 35 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able...
Matt LaFleur disagrees with the call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Packers 10-yard line.
They'll go again with Swift. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him.
Powering forward. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jayden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And as the weeks start to dwindle away here in the regular season, he's currently #1 in the league in receptions. On first down, it's Love. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
On first and 10, here's Love. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Give up the middle with Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the option, it's Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears going to open up a 17-3 lead. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. On 2nd down, Love. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's Bradley Pinion now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that'll be batted down. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. To throw is Rodgers. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points. Give the ball back to your offense and see if they can start chipping away.
On 4th down, here's Tory Taylor to punt for Chicago. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. So 4th down, and the Aussie Tory Taylor on to kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, Love. This one up top for Dobbs.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it's...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Talk things over before third down. Now, Jacobs. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now he'll run. One final throw before the break. He'll run again.